Hello guys and welcome back to another video of mine. And I've been very sick this week. That's why I couldn't really upload many videos. But I still want to give you guys some content to see. But next week I'm gonna upload a very banger video. The reason I couldn't finish it was because of my voice. You'll probably tell that I'm pretty sick this video. But yeah, other than that, right now I am doing pretty good. My sickness. I cannot talk today. Anyways, yeah, we're making a PVZ tier list. PVZ plants usefulness tier list. You probably all could tell. We're gonna start with the pea shooter. Solid plant for early game. Falls off very easily at the late game. D tier. Sorry, pea shooter. By the way, I'm not ranking any of the sun producers. Other than you'll see. Sunshroom and Twin Sunflower. Between these three, I would probably rank them like Sunflower, Twin Sunflower, and, Sunshroom, yeah. I would probably rank them like this. Because I mostly use Sunflower in most levels anyways. Twin Sunflowers for endless, and Sunshroom just sucks in this game. If you want to see me make a tier list on PVZ 2 plants, go ahead. I'll do it probably, but not this low quality. Anyways, next up we have the Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb is a good insta plant that's going to C tier. There's just some better alternatives out here like Spud Mine or Doom, and Jalapeno is probably one of the better ones as well. Hypnoshroom is not, for obvious reasons, but still, I think Hypnoshroom is still a little better than Cherry Bomb. That's just my opinion though. Next up we have Walnuts. Walnuts is a pretty good stoller. I'm putting a B tier. Good for early game, bad for late game, for obvious reasons. His recharge time is very slow, and Gargantuars can show up at the endless level, so yeah, that's not really good anyways. Next up we have Spud Mine. Easy A tier. Get your sun production up very easily. Like, you just place a sunflower and then see where the zombie's coming, put down a Spud Mine, and you can just continue by putting down even more sunflowers. Alright. If I did not mess it up, then the next plant should be Snow Pea. Snow Pea is obviously a great plant. It's just a better version of the pea shooter that slows as well. The only bad thing about Snow Pea is that he doesn't synergize with Torchwood, which Torchwood can be really good, but also there's Winter Melon Pult, which is 10 million times better than Snow Pea. I'm putting Snow Pea at top B tier. I'm putting Snow Pea at top B tier just because of the fact that Snow Pea is a great plant, just a better version of pea shooter. And you probably saw this meme if you know Plants vs Zombies, but this is Daniel and this is the cooler Daniel. Everyone has seen that meme at this point. If I am not mistaken, then the next plant we get in the adventure mode was Repeater, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me. And oh no, it's Chomper, I'm stupid. I forgot about Chomper. Yeah, Chomper is a D tier, or actually a C tier. He's a single-use insta-plant that you can stall out. Like, if you put 2 Chompers in one lane in the early game, then you probably don't have to even look at that lane for the rest of the whole game. Seriously, if put 2 walnuts, and put a walnut, put 2 Chompers behind it, and boom, you're done. Next up we have Repeater, of course. Repeater is going to A tier, just because of Gatling Pea being so OP in the late game, along with Torchwood combinations that you can do. But yeah, there's obviously better versions of Repeater as well, but early game, he's probably one of the better plants. Anyways, next up I'm just gonna continue with the nighttime because I think we're done with the daytime plants. Next up we have Puffshroom. Puffshroom is S tier. If you don't think so, then you're stupid. Like, I don't know how to put this bluntly. Next up we have oh yeah, we did Sunshroom. Okay, after that I think we get either Fume Shroom or Scaredy Shroom, and they're both going to B tier, but one of them is definitely higher than the other. Fume Shroom is top B tier, and Scaredy Shroom is, like this. The reason Scaredy Shroom is at B tier, you guys might be wondering, it's basically a lot cheaper pea shooter for the nighttime levels. Like, just put 2 rows of fume shrooms at the back of the level. Put your sun producers at the 3rd row, and then fill the rest with fume shrooms and puff shrooms, and you're basically done with the level. Fume shroom is up here, not only for gloom shroom, but also that he can pierce. You want to know how OP piercing is? He can take out if there are 3 fume shrooms, then he can basically take out any zombie he wants, except footballs, which we're giving the counter to footballs as Hypno Shroom. I don't even know if this is the right plant that I should put. Hypno Shroom only works against. I feel like Hypno Shroom works only good against. What's it called? Football zombies, because you cannot possess Gargantuars, Zambonis, or any other better plants. But if you can possess a football zombie, that means you're probably good anyways. Next up we have the Grave Buster, which is going to be an F tier. Actually, I'm debating if I could put him at other or something, but I'm gonna put him at F tier because you can basically only use it at nighttime levels. I don't even think he appears in the back fog levels anyways. So yeah, that's only for the nighttime levels. A bad plant. It's not really, the graves are not that big of a deal anyways. Next up we have Ice Shroom. Ice Shroom is gonna go to a B tier. He can freeze zombies for a pretty good time, which is very good for the late game and early game. And just like Doom Shroom, which we're about to talk about, you can put him down and then wait for a huge wave of zombies to approach, and then use a coffee bean on him on daytime levels, which is somehow very OP. Anyways, next up we have Doom Shroom. Doom Shroom's gonna go to A tier. One of the best instants in the whole game, but the creator thing just ruins it for me. I mean, you can debate putting it, at like the start of the level or something, but still, the creators kind of ruined it for me. I'm sorry. Also, late game, like Survival Endless or something, he's very bad because of the creators. Next up, we have the pool time level, which we're starting off with Lily Pad, who's going to other along with the pot, the stupid pot, because they're both necessary for those levels. I mean, the pot is technically not necessary, but still. I'm sorry. Next up for the pool levels, I think we have Squash or Tangle Kelp. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Squash. Squash is probably one of the best instant in the game. You can just pop him down and he just squishes a random zombie. 2 squashes and the Garg is dead. Pretty good. Tangle Kelp, on the other hand, goes to D tier. Shut the frick up. You are not a fan of Tangle Kelp. You are not a fan of Tangle Kelp. I used to somewhat like Tangle Kelp in some way, but Tangle Kelp just works in pool time levels, and you can only use him once. It's basically just a counter for Dolphin and Snorkel zombies, and that's it. Tree Peter is going to go to the C tier. It's just 3 pea shooters, and he costs a lot for early game. Late game, you might want to get him, but there's a lot better options. Next up, we have we have Torchwood, I think. No, Jalapeno. Jalapeno is a pretty good insta A tier. You can just wipe out Zambonis with that. Next up, we have Spikeweed. Spikeweed goes to D tier. Only good against Zambonis. And you have the Jalapeno to deal with them. I'm not spending 100 stun on a plant that can't even kill a basic. Next up we have Torchwood. Torchwood's going to B tier for Survival Endless. Other than Survival Endless, I didn't really see you using the Torchwood a whole lot. So yeah. Next up we have... Actually don't... Oh wait. It was either Starfruit, Tollnut, or Split Pea. I'm gonna go with Tollnut. Tollnut goes to the same tier as Walnut, but obviously a bit better. His recharge time is back actually very slow, so I'm gonna put him below Walnut. His only good places are blocking zombies that can jump. That's it. Next up we have Split Pea. Split Pea can go die for all I care. Yes, he is good for digger zombies, but like, just use Starfruit. Speaking of Starfruit, Starfruit goes to A tier. Very good plant. Actually better than both of these guys. Also repeater. Actually these guys are better than repeater as well. Anyways, Starfruit. Very OP plant. They actually made a whole minigame about her. So yeah. Oh no. Anyways, next up we have the fog levels, I believe. Starting off with Seashroom. Just a worse Puffshroom, and his recharge time just takes way too long. I'm gonna put him at C tier. Better than Chomper. Just because, you know, you don't need a lily pad to plant him, but at that point I would just plant a lily pad and I'll put a Puffshroom over it. I know it costs more, but like, this guy's recharge time is just so slow. Next up we have Cactus. Cactus can go die, I don't care. F tier. Planturn is an other plant though. But you know who does Cactus and Planturn and combines them? Blower. Basically, a balloon counter. Like, instead of putting Cactus on all of your lanes, just use Blower. And you can just do anything you want. I'm gonna put Blower at B tier. Let me just put Marigold and Gold Magnets here before, you know, forgetting. Anyways, I think it's time for the roof time levels. Wait, was Pumpkin? I'm confused. Oh wait, I forgot about Magnishroom because I'm stupid. Magnishroom can get 1 bucket and then freezes. I'm putting it at top D tier. Just use an insta if you want to get rid of a bucket that badly. Next up we have Cabbage Bolt. I'm gonna put Cabbage Bolt at C tier. Just a worse pea shooter. Better than Repeater though. Just a worse pea shooter and can only be used in roof time levels basically. Kernapult is going at A tier all day. Probably the best in A tier as well. His stunning ability can really come in clutch. If you have 3 rows of Kernapult, you basically beat every single roof time level anyways because you can stun a lot of zombies. Next up we have Pumpkin. S tier. I don't know what to tell you. Pumpkin is like really good. Better than these two combined. Oh. These two, because you get Pumpkin does not waste any seed slots. The only thing bad about Pumpkin is that Gargantuar is just smashed through both of the plants. Other than that, he's very good. Next up, Garlic. Garlic works in a lot of good strategies, but cannot work alone a whole lot. I'm gonna put Garlic at A tier. Next up, we have Coffee Bean. Coffee Bean has one of the best strategies, but just like Garlic, cannot work by himself. That's why I'm putting him over Garlic, but not over any of these guys. Next up, Melonpult. Melonpult can go S tier all day. Maybe even better than Puffshroom, but no, I don't think so. Next up, we have Umbrella Leaf, who goes in Other. Useful against Catapult zombies and Bungee zombies. Other than that, not really. Now we'll get to the premium plants, or not the premium plants, but like the whatever you want to call them, you know, at this point. Just the upgrade plants. Gatling Pea gets an S tier. We already did Twin Sunflower. Next up we have Gloomshroom who gets S tier. Not as good as Puffshroom. Next up we have Spike Rock who gets B tier, or actually A tier. Actually no, B tier, yeah. Putting him over here. I'm putting Spike Rock at B tier because he's so much stronger than Spikeweed, and he can tank 3 hits from Zombonis, and he can also stall a bunch of zombies, like Gargantuars. Even though the Gargantuars normally crush everything they see, except for, you know, Primal Walnuts, they are still very useful. They're still very useful, you know. They can actually tank 8 hits from the Gargantuar. I have no idea how. Next plant is Wintermelon. Wintermelon gets the easiest S tier of my life. Better than Gloomshroom probably. Mostly useful in Survival Endless, and that's why he gets S tier, and that's why he doesn't go above Puffshroom, because Puffshroom is just broken. Next up we have Imitator. Oh wait, no, not Imitator, I'm sorry, Cattail. Cattail gets the easiest S tier of my life. Not gonna lie. I mean, you just put her down, she can mess with she murders balloons, she Yeah, she murders balloons. She can attack every lane. She can attack behind her, making good alternative for Starfruit. Also Split Pea, that we don't talk about him. Next up we have Cob Cannon, S tier. Not as good as the others because he's very expensive, but still, if you want to get past round 30 in Survival Endless, you need to have Cob Cannon, but that's it, kinda. Imitator, other. Because Imitator can technically be every single plant in the game. Anyways, that was my list ranking. Sorry for not uploading a whole lot because I was sick, but still, thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. I'll see you guys next week, I guess. Bye!